Hi folks, how you doing? Leducium here, playing through the Curse of Naxxramas, and I'm fighting through the construct quarters. So I'm actually going to replay a couple of matches here, at least one. I had killed Patchwerk earlier and made a recording, but for whatever reason, the sound didn't carry over. And I'm just talking over Kel'Thuzad, whatever. But the sound got screwed up. I don't know what happened. So hopefully this turns out much better than the last time, or the last attempt that I did. And hopefully I can repeat my progress. So let's give this a shot. This might be a quick video. I had to actually reconstruct the deck that I used to kill Patchwerk. It was a mage deck, and I called it Work in Progress. So let's see if we can do it. It might take a few attempts, but this worked out reasonably well. I've had pretty good success with this deck, but I might have to modify it as we go. So the goal with killing Patchwerk is this. He just has a weapon and a hero ability. And the weapon that he has, we'll keep these cards, is a 4/8 hook that has Wind Fury. So right off the bat, he goes first, and he's going to hit us for 8 damage, which sucks pretty badly. But this deck is basically based on, that doesn't sound right, but this deck is based on having taunts, Ice Barrier as a secret that buys me a turn, and Acidic Swamp oozes, and Frostbolts, and ways to freeze him to keep him from attacking. So turn 2, I'm already down to 14 life. Not wonderful. I am going to, at this point, Frostbolt him, and then move on with my turn, because there's not much I could do. I could have coined into one of these things, but I've decided against it. Now, if I have to coin into this stuff, unfortunately, so what I'm going to do is coin into Mirror Entity and Mad Scientist and even Gold Shard Footman. I need to buy turns, and if I can get the Water Elemental out there, that buys me plenty of time, because then he's going to ignore the Water Elemental, basically, over a taunt. Unfortunately, this doesn't help me right this second, because this will, however, if I do this and this will get me a secret and keep me alive, but he'll have to attack these two. He will destroy one of them. Okay, he'll have to attack one of them, but that does get me Ice Barrier. So that will let me play the Water Elemental after he uses up his weapon. Great, because next turn he won't be able to use his weapon and destroy the Water Elemental, which allows me to play the Elemental, and at that point I've basically won. Plus I can freeze it. But I think I want to make sure he plays his weapon. So I think I don't want to freeze him, in fact. He's going to play his weapon for 3. He doesn't have the mana to do his Hateful Strike. So he's going to hit me a couple of times, which is fine. And then as long as I keep putting taunts out on the field, he won't destroy this. In fact, this is great, because if I destroy his weapon, he's going to replay his weapon rather than do anything else. And then we will put a taunt out there, and we'll also hit him. So this may or may not work. We'll find out. He'll play his weapon. Will he use his hero ability to destroy our taunt creature? He will. So if I can get another taunt, that would be wonderful. I do not, but I do get another Water Elemental, which is good. We'll save the Ice Lance. Actually, we should probably Ice Lance him while we have a chance, and hit him for as much as possible. So I'll destroy probably one of the elementals, I would guess. Yep. Oh well. Bound to happen. Fairy Dragon is good enough. We might have enough to kill him on the following turn after he destroys the elemental. So that's the key to this victory, is just making sure that we keep him frozen. So I've won, basically. I don't have to do anything too fancy here. But that's that. So that was going to be the video. The previous video. But thanks, Kel'Thuzad. So that's the trick to this. It took me a number of attempts to figure it out, to perfect the deck, but Now that that worked, let's look at fighting one of these other guys. Gluth eats our leftover zombies. So Gluth has the ability to change the health of enemy minions to 1. I should stop trying to talk over Kalthas out there. So anyways, Gluth has the ability to change the health of any minions to 1. So what I was trying to do is kind of a similar deck to this, but let's go jump into what I was building here. Call the deck overly controlling. We have a whole bunch of stuff here, and one of the things that Gluth has, which is annoying, is this Fangs attack. And the way I plan on getting rid of that is through, we're going to get rid of these arcane missiles, at least one of them, maybe one of the polymorphs, and put in 2 acidic swamp roofers. So let's give this a shot. I forget, this might not work on Gluth. This might have been a deck that I built to fight the other one. Robulus? Yeah. Well, let's give this a shot with Gluth. We'll try the overly controlling deck and see if it works. If not, I'll go back to the drawing board and make some adjustments, and we'll give things a shot. So I can't believe I beat Patchwerk on my first kind of try with the mage deck. Before it took me 3 tries and some adjustments. So we've got our Doomsayer, our Ethereal Arcanist, and our Arcane Intellect. I'm getting rid of this, getting rid of this. We'll keep that. It'll probably die. I need to get rid of his weapon. But I can also...
Ask the zombies if they wanted to eat your brains. And they said, I don't eat junk food.
I can also keep him frozen. So this zombie chow is great stuff, because that'll heal me. Let's go ahead, and this probably won't work. Yeah, we'll save that for a little while, because I would rather Frost Nova than Doomsayer. So let's see if I can get him to put a bunch of stuff out on the board. The problem with the zombie chow, I mean, they're great, because they'll heal the crap out of me. In fact, I could wait till turn 5, basically, at this rate. So we'll throw the Mad Scientist out there. Gets us a secret. And I'll wait till turn 5, and then we'll Frostbolt and Doomsayer. Not Frostbolt, Frost Nova, and then Doomsayer, and that'll basically heal me up to full. What I need to make sure is to prevent him from getting his weapon, because that's terrible.
Dog, that's a good doggy.
This is also kind of terrible, because I'm probably going to die next turn at this rate. I need to kill one of the zombies, methinks. If I kill one of them, let's take a look. That puts me at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 damage. It's going to be close. I think I have to. Just to make sure I have a way to survive. So that gets me my counterspell. Damn it. Well, that's alright. Fine. Counter that. Good. Nothing you can do there. Perfect. Okay, so this is a little crazy, but I've run him out of cards, and now I can Frost Nova, Doomsayer. So he should hopefully have no way of killing this, even if he reduces his health to 1. I hope, unless he pulls his weapon. And then this is going to kill everything, healing me for a whole bunch. It's a little crazy, the deck that is, but hey, you know, whatever works. And now if I can keep this alive, I might be able to freeze him, ice lance him, do all kinds of good things.
What
or that'll happen, and that's okay. So we'll just go ahead and sacrifice.
There's an achievement for losing to Gluth, I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead and do that. We'll play our Ice Barrier. You know what? No, we'll do Arcane into it. I think that's the smarter thing to do. We'll play the Mad Scientist. again. Which is just a 2-2, so it turns into a 2-1, but it has a nice death rattle. Brings out a secret. Skeleton Smith, destroy your opponent's weapons. Not wonderful, but that's okay. I can Flame Strike, and I probably will. This turn, just to run my opponent out of cards. Get rid of annoying stuff. Unfortunately, it kills that. Gives me another counter spell, though. And then if I could play the Ethereal Arcanist, I could get some crazy stuff. Plus, I can also actually kill that with my Fireball. Nice thing. So this is going on for quite a while. I'm going to keep the Acidic Swamp Ooze in case he gets his ability. His Jaws ability. Now we play the Ethereal Arcanist, which is going to get buffed. Even though it's going to get debuffed and then rebuffed. So it's going to be a weird sort of combination here. Now it's going to be a 5-1. As long as he doesn't kill it. Nope, there's his Jaws. Which is annoying, but I will be able to get rid of that with my Acidic Swamp Ooze. This has been quite a weird and interesting deck. Go ahead and play that. Hit him for 1. I might just run out of cards before I can kill him. Ugh. Stable Ghoul, which is terrible, by the way. Counterspell, he's out of cards. Stable Ghoul is terrible because it kills whatever I have, and I know he's definitely had more than one of those. Let's see if I can hit the Unstable Ghoul 2 times. I guess it doesn't matter if I do or don't, because when it dies it was going to kill this anyways. I really shouldn't have bothered. Oh well. Go ahead, trigger my Ice Barrier. So this has been an interesting game, and kind of unexpected, frankly. I need creatures that I can actually keep alive, and so far I'm not seeing them. We'll keep stuff around like the Ice Bolts and the Ice Lance. Damn it, he's got Jaws again. But that's so I can keep my opponent frozen. Hopefully I get another Acidic Swamp Ooze. No, I do get Ysera though. So what we're going to do here is play Ysera, and we're going to Ice Lance him, so he doesn't, because he's going to use this hero ability and turn Ysera into a 4-1, but this way, I can get Ysera to give me cards, and hopefully creatures, more than anything. Another Zombie Chow, that's great. I just hope he doesn't run Zombie Chow into Ysera. So we will prevent that to the best of our abilities. What we're going to do is we'll Frostbolt the Zombie Chow. Healing ourselves up. We'll freeze my opponent here, because otherwise his weapon's going to get buffed up too, so that's not pleasant. But we will go ahead and hit him. And I'm saving the Laughing Sister for later. Hopefully it'll pay off. So, okay, that's fine. Even though I can't kill that in a reasonable way, but I can get rid of his weapon. So let's do that. And I can't target this, unfortunately, so we're just going to put some pressure on. Maybe do... I want to save the Laughing Sister in case he gets another Ghoul or something terrible. Maybe I can bounce Ysera back into my hand. I can't. That sucks. What did he get? There's a card. Oh, he's just going to kill Ysera. Okay, gets another Zombie Chow. I can live with that. Because right now I'm doing way more damage to my opponent than he's able to do to me. We're going to freeze the Ghoul. We're going to take as much time as we can and just dish out damage and keep our opponent frozen here. Those. And I might be able to win in a turn because I've got between Ysera Awakens and Nightmare. I should have more than enough. Yep. More than enough to win. So because I have lethal on the board, I have 16 between these, so let's just have some fun and play Arcane Intellect to see if we can get anything good. No, nothing too useful. So let's just go ahead and win. We're going to play Nightmare on our Acidic Swamp Ooze, making an 8-6. Dealing 7 damage, then we're going to run our Frost Elemental in, and then we'll play Ysera Awakens to deal 5 damage to everything, including our opponent, which will kill them. And heal us. So that was an interesting deck right there. I'll go review both of these decks in case anybody's interested in kind of repeating these games. So this was kind of a quick video. I didn't expect these decks to work so well as they did, because I did play with them a little bit before, but still. So this is the Patchwerk deck, the work in progress, and it's mostly focusing on keeping Patchwerk frozen as well as having plenty of taunts. So I've got Ice Lances, Mirror Images, Gold Sheriff Footmen, Shield Bearers, Zombie Chows are in there just for a little bit of extra healing in case things go wrong, Frostbolts, Acidic Swamp Oozes, of course, to get rid of his weapon, Fairy Dragons because his ability to destroy creatures can't target the Fairy Dragon, Frostwolf Grunts, Mad Scientists to pull the ice barriers, Millhouse Manastorm because he doesn't have any cards or spells, so it doesn't hurt to put a Millhouse Manastorm in there for 2 mana. Sun Fury Protector, if I had 2 I'd probably have put 2 of them in there, but I only had 1. Arcane Intellect, the Ice Barriers, Cold Light Oracle because Patchwerk doesn't have any cards, so it only benefits me if I play this, plus I do a little bit of fatigue damage, Fireball Spell, and most importantly the Water Elemental. So that is the deck that I found works best for Patchwerk. And if we jump back in, the Overly Controlling deck that I just used, that one focused on also freezing my opponent, also having Acidic Swamp Oozes, but I also threw a Doomsayer in there just to clear the board, and I had a little bit more control, so with things like Polymorph, Fireball, I had the freezes in there, Cone of Cold and Frost Nova. I didn't have these against Patchwerk because these freezes only work against minions, so it would have been useless actually against Patchwerk, but very useful against Gluth here. And then I had Ysera, of course, just because it would give me cards, and I hoped that that would work out, and it did. And that's basically the deck. So those are the 2 that I had played around with, and again, kind of surprised that they both worked, but I'm glad they did. And the last ones that I'm going to have to work on and try to figure out how to beat are Grobulus, and of course,
but you won't be
thanks,
for long.
of course, Thaddeus. And with Thaddeus, I'm thinking I'm going to try to do some kind of weird warrior deck because the polarity shift is really interesting, but it's really cool and can really work, I think, with a warrior. So we'll try that and see what happens. And Grobulus is just a pain in the ass. It deals 2 damage to everything, so I think I need really tough minions to beat him, or something else entirely. I have no idea. So I'll have to play around and kind of come up with a solution for that. Maybe even a priest just to have light wells and counteract his damage. So we'll find out later. But for now, folks, if you enjoyed this video, please show your support. Hit like, it helps me out a whole bunch. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, if you subscribe, you get updates whenever I post new stuff. And as always, my name's Leducium. I appreciate you guys watching, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope to see you folks next time. Later.